I'm going to introduce Mike Salvi. He is someone I've worked with both professionally and personally with full spectrum marketing, and I'm going to let him tell you a little bit what he can do because he's the one that knows everything.
First off, thank you for coming today. There's a lot of resources in this world that you can get more of. One of them you can is time. So I really appreciate you being here. I'm always shocked when I called Terry yesterday and said how many people are coming. She said 35 to 40. I figured there'd be like 2 or 3. So I really do appreciate you being here. You know, who can tell me what was in the bottom right corner of my first slide? Anybody notice what was on the bottom right corner of the slide?
Cow.
Whoa, all right, good. That was fast. So I've done this a handful of times. He's right, there was a cow in the bottom right corner. Nice job. The truth is, we're exposed to over 4,000 marketing messages a day. So it's hard to process all of them. A lot of times people don't see the cow. In fact, Seth Godin wrote a book years ago called The Purple Cow. Because if you drive by a field of cows every day and all you see is normal cows, eventually your brain tunes it out, right? That's how we are with marketing. So the goal is to try to break through that clutter. So a couple of things I want to remind you of today. One is I'm not an expert. And 2, you're going to think a little bit. So I've got some handouts we're going to do, and we're actually going to work today, okay? You're not going to sit there and listen to me talk and then leave and go, that was kind of cool, and then you go back to your day job and you don't really get anything out of it, say. What I'm going to ask you to do is one thing. I want you to try to take away one thing out of this seminar. I'm going to hit you with a lot of stuff. It's going to be like drinking from a fire hose. But if you can, write one thing down that you took out of this and say, I'm going to help my business. I'm going to do something in my life that I'm going to benefit from. You're going to be hit with a lot. Okay? Okay. You guys all know who Dick's Communication is. We own 30 newspapers: Tallmadge Express, Hudson Hub Times, Record Courier. We also own an ad agency because a couple years ago the Dick's family realized a lot of our clients said, hey, I've been advertising in the newspaper, but I also need a website, or I need a way to reach people on Facebook. And so a couple years ago, they started an ad agency, and I came on board about a year ago to help Full Spectrum develop that ad agency and help people with other types of marketing. So that's a little bit about what we do, and I won't go through all the different tactics that we do, but we do a lot of fun things at Full Spectrum. We now have 14 employees. We do video, we do SEO and PPC, which I'll explain what all that is here in a minute. So these are some of our clients. I always like to put the ones that we have that are local. We do some work with some schools, Barberton schools, Ravenna schools, obviously Beckwith Heating and Cooling, Tabasco Jewelers. Everybody knows Janet Conversations and Company. We just redid her website a couple months ago. It's one of the ones we like to show folks because it's just so pretty. It's that Tiffany color, and everyone really loves it. So these are a few of our great clients, and we're really excited about that. So here's our agenda. Why we do marketing, the work behind the marketing, a marketing plan, a medium you can't ignore, and then optimize and be a scientist. So that's the 5 topics we're going to cover today. There will be a quiz at the end, so make sure you remember. Okay, first activity. Who will give me $1 for this $5 bill?
Yeah.
Okay? Who will give me $1 for this $5 bill?
Sure.
I'm not going to come to you. I'll give you $5. This is my $5 spot.
There it is. All right, I know this is a trap.
Okay.
Yeah,
There you go.
still got that $1.
Let's hear it for Kevin. He just made $4. Yeah, he thought there was a trick. Okay, so why didn't everybody come up? Give me some of the reasons why you didn't come up. Thought it was a trick? Okay, what else? You don't have any cash, right? We meet with a lot of businesses, and I get it. You know, hey, we want to do some marketing, help you grow your business. We don't have any money. I get it, right? There's no money. What other reasons didn't you want to do it? Didn't think you were going to get the 5, right? Maybe, I'm going to give you the 1, I'm not going to get the 5 back. Well, this is the reason why we do marketing, everyone. It's to get money back, right? If you put $1 out, you should be getting $5 back. If you're putting an ad in the newspaper, you should be asking Fred, hey, what's my return on that investment? How am I getting people to activate? How am I getting people to respond to that ad? And that's the goal of marketing, is to put $1 out and get 5. Any business would say yes to that, wouldn't they? If I said, I'll give you $1, you give me back 5, I'll do it. So that's the purpose of why we do marketing. It's important to go back to that. Even if you're a nonprofit, right? Even if you're doing an event for Relay for Life, your goal is to get a lot of people there and give you a lot of money. Even though you're not in it to make money, but you're in it to get people motivated and have them engaged, okay? So discover is the work behind the marketing. It's all the things that make up your unique story. So it's your marketing plan, it's the experience you create for your customers, it's the ideas you create, it's the products and services that you offer. That's all the meat on the bones, right? You can't open a business and start marketing it until you have products and services and you know what you're going to tell people, right? So it always starts with what's your story, right? Branding and positioning. So these are a couple of quotes I like about what a brand is. Brand is the art of aligning what you want people to think about your company with what people actually do think about your company, okay? When I ask businesses what makes you special, what do you think one of the most common answers I hear is? Customer service. Hey, you're an insider. You can't. You stole it. You've even seen this. Customer service is one I hear a lot, right? And then I say, okay, great, so when I go to your website, why can't I find your phone number? When I call your business, how come nobody answers the phone in 7 rings? When I walk into your store, how come nobody greeted me and said, hello, how are you today? So what you do is as important as what you say. Make sense? This is a guy that took over the Silverhawks in a AAA baseball team. And he said in March of 2012, we were rocking and rolling. We worked with the city of South Bend, Indiana to change street directions and signage to improve traffic flow. We added golf carts to bring seniors and overburdened parents from the lots to the turnstiles. We started spraying our mascot with cotton candy scented cologne. For the kids, we added playgrounds, 3-story high inflatable slides, a giant splash pad, underwater jets, a synchronized fiber optic lights, and a tiki bar. This is for a minor league baseball game, right? He's thinking about every single thing that happens for a customer when they come to that game. Every part of the experience. Imagine if you're sitting there waiting in traffic, or you can't find a place. Or worse, a customer wants to find your business and you don't come up on Google Maps, right? Are you saying good customer service if they're trying to find your business and they can't find you on Google Maps? That's an issue, right? What you say and what you do, both things come together, okay? So this is one I want you to think a little bit about. How do you live your brands? How do you answer the phone? What happens when someone has a complaint with your business? I had a bad experience this weekend with the business that I go to. The owner called me and apologized and offered me a discount in the future. How do you think I felt about that? Pretty good, right? We all make mistakes. He's a human being. I've made mistakes. The key is to apologize and move forward, right? How do you handle customer complaints? How does your staff greet your customers? This is a good one. Is your website easy to use, right? You have a website. Your customers are going there. Is it easy for them to find the information they're looking for? Or are they confused, right? Do you provide info to a customer that goes beyond the sales pitch? This Built Ford Tough is interesting. I bought my first truck out of college. I bought a Ford Ranger, right? What's Ford's motto? It's up on the board, right? Built Ford Tough. So I buy my Built Ford Tough truck. I walk out the door and he says, oh, here's your free gift. Thanks for buying this truck. And he hands me a plastic keychain made in China. Does that say Built Ford Tough? It was flimsy. It was about a nickel for this thing. I get it. They have a promotion budget. They had to spend it wisely. But that doesn't say Built Ford Tough. What should that thing have been made out of? Steel or stone. I mean, when they hand it to me, I want it to like hurt my hand so I can't hold it, right? That's everything you do communicates. Everything you say to someone's going to communicate.